This is Good Morning Mumbai, and you're with Rishi K.
Radio One.
RithvikDhanjani is in studio. We're talking his show on Bindas. We've talked Nach Baliye. And of course, you were winners of Nach Baliye 6, man.
Yes, we were winners of Nach Baliye 6.
And I've seen a bit of you and Asha on the floor. You really rock it, don't you?
Thank you very much.
So, also, apparently what happened is that the two of you, post winning Nach Baliye 6, also got an offer to anchor together.
Well, yes.
Did that finally materialize or not?
Yeah, I'll tell you what actually happened. So I was, it didn't really materialize because we got an offer to anchor another show on another channel, which is currently being anchored by Asha. That's Indian Idol Junior. That is something that we were supposed to anchor together, but it didn't materialize because there were a little bit of date issues and a little bit of contract issues, because of which I was on Nach Baliye before Indian Idol happened. So I think because of that I couldn't really do two shows at the same time, which is technically not possible. So, but I'm glad that she's doing her bit, and I'm not with her, is because sometimes I feel that when she's with me, she's in that cocoon, she's in that safety nest, which I want her to get out of, which I want her to explore herself, which exactly why I really like the way she's just doing her thing herself, by herself. And yeah, so I'm glad.
And you think that audiences are not getting bored of this two-anchor routine? I mean, you look at film award shows, there are, there's bromances happening there.
Correct.
Nach, there's a bromance happening with you and the other Karan.
Correct.
You think that hasn't outlived its weight as yet?
I don't think it has. I'll tell you very honestly.
Why is it happening so much? It's because
it's because I'll honestly tell you, because if you see over the past couple of years, over the couple of 4 to 6 years, every that actually ever started never had two male anchors.
Yeah, it was always a male and female,
male and a female, or one solo female, or one solo male. But they never had two male anchors up till the last 2-3 years that this has happened. Now this has worked so well for everybody is because in terms of content, in terms of doing madness that you do on stage, there are times when women are definitely restricted. You can't make women into anything and make them dance like a bhand. Like I'm a bhand, they make me do anything on stage. They make me and Karan do anything on stage, and we have to. You see Wahi doing, stupid stuff on stage. But when it comes to women, they have to be a little sophisticated, is because they dress that way. There are so many times that they can't really be as mad as boys can get. They can't really do so many things as many as boys can get. But they can. But I think this whole two male, anchors together.
This is Good Morning Mumbai, and you're with Rishi K.
Radio One.
RithvikDhanjani, the heartthrob of the nation, on television and now on the radio. Buddy, Pavitra Rishta was the big one for you, man.
Yeah,
I mean, it really defined what you are today in a lot of ways.
Exactly. It gave me everything.
So talk about that gig. I mean, how did you get it, first and foremost? That must be a fascinating story.
It is a fascinating story. I'll tell you how. It's because when I've touched wood. I've always been a Balaji boy. And I'm glad that, Ekta ma'am has always liked and loved the work that I've done for her. So I was doing another show called Pyar Ki Ek Kahani on Star One. Now Life OK. Initially it was Star One. So I was doing another show for Balaji, and I was an out and out negative. I was basically, it was an Indian version of Twilight. So I was playing the Jacob, and Jacob here becomes, in India, in the Indian version of it, becomes the werewolf, the killer, the man who wants to get revenge with everybody. So I was actually killing on screen, and that's how negative I was. Simultaneously, there was casting for Pavitra Rishta going on, is because Sushant had just left, and they were taking a big leap, and they wanted another face and a couple who could probably be the young generation. So they were casting for so many roles, and I got a call, and I was like, I would love to do it. But then all the creatives and everybody inside just said that no, we can't take Rithvik because he's just doing another character on Star One, which is very negative. And then my godmother Ekta ma'am stepped in, and she says that this is the boy that I want because I like him, and just try, you have to try him on this. And so she tested me on that particular show. I tested, and I tested positive. So she called me up, and but the team called me up, and they were like, you're doing Pavitra Rishta as well. So there was a time when I was doing both the shows for the last 10 days. This show was getting over, and Pavitra Rishta had just started. So I just finished this one, and I just moved on to the other one. And from that particular day, there was no looking back.
Is there a movie release this year or next year? I know you can't talk too much about it.
I can't talk too much about it.
But is there a release that's happening this year?
Well, I don't want to say if there is a release or no, but yes, if all that I can say is yes, movies are happening.
And is this a logical thing? Is this what you wanted to happen, or did it happen by accident?
No,
I'll tell you why. I mean, for a lot of actors,
Yeah.
like guys like Ram Kapoor, it happened by accident. They were doing television, something happened.
Correct.
But there are some people who wanted it by design. So have you gone after it?
Exactly. I have. I practically have, because this is exactly what I wanted when I started my career off. Is because I'll tell you an insight.
Sure.
I never wanted to do TV. I initially never wanted to do television, is because when it came to Saas Bahu Sagas, I never connected to the way the storytelling works in television. But then at the end of the day, survival is the key in Mumbai.
This is Good Morning Mumbai, and you're with Rishi K.
Radio 1.
RithvikDhanjani is my guest of the day, and we're in the last leg of conversation with him, where we talked about his show on Bindas, Nach Balliye, a little bit about an blooming film career. I'm sure we'll have him back in studio when the film eventually does release. And of course, now coming to his favorite story in the show that he's now part of, which is Siapa Ishka. So yeah, I mean, we know now that what forms of love and the facets of love that the show talks about. But a standout story that you can think of and say, wow, this is so cool.
Actually, there have been many that have fascinated me. But if we talk only about Siapa Ishka, this particular season, the cover story of the season, that was also the promo of the season, the promotional video that we did. There was a story about this young squad in college, and there's this one very good looking guy and another girl who's a typical bhenji, a very typical Hindi film story, where there was this typical bhenji, very nerdy girl who comes into college, somehow gets introduced to this good looking boy. They both eventually happen to start developing likings for each other. But there was this one point of time when she wanted to actually go out on a date with him. She asks him in front of everybody, and he just treats her as if she was just another piece of cake. And she's like, I don't really know you. Who the hell are you? In front of everybody, because he just wanted to maintain the squad image that he had. And then later on, he realizes that what he did was really stupid, and he hurt the feelings of the girl, and that indeed were hurting his feelings. So I think that was a very beautiful, the story is done to death. We've already read about the story so many times, but the way it was treated in Ye Hai Aashiki, in giving it the young flavor, giving it the flavor of today, of how boys and girls in today's time are. I think that's one of the stories that I really liked, and the boy in the story is a friend of mine as well. So I think it was a very cute story. Yeah.
Wonderful. Just give out tune-in timings, buddies.
Alright guys, so this is the tune-in. I'm shouting out loud to everybody. Please watch Siapa Ishka. That's Ye Hai Aashiki, Siapa Ishka, every Saturday, 7 p.m. only on Bindas. And the repeats will be every week, every day, and day in, day out. Keep watching Siapa Ishka and only watch Siapa Ishka. Thank you.
What kind of music do you listen to, buddy? This interview is incomplete without that.
What kind of music do I listen to? I listen to all sorts of music. I think for me, old is gold. I love the Kishore Kumar songs, but I don't know if that's the right time.
And in terms of international music, in terms of international music,
yes. Can I listen to Grenade by Bruno Mars?
Oh, lovely, great song. Rithvik, cheers, buddy.
Thanks. You very much.